Hey guys, what's up? This is Bridget, and I want to welcome you to a very quick presentation on your vision board assignment. And what this is a picture of right now, this is a picture of my very first vision board. I did this perhaps about 7 years ago. And at the time, I was an aspiring writer, and that's why I have the books. And I also loved Maya Angelou because she was my favorite writer and poet. So I have a quote from her as well. And courage, I am a Navy retiree. So courage, that's a part of my life. That's my duty. And just finer things, the finer things in life. So when I went through this one magazine, all it took was just one magazine for me to get all of this. But I found these things that just reminded me of me and who I wanted to be. And as a result, I do have nice things in life. And I do now understand that I am enough. I don't need for anyone to tell me otherwise. I already know that I'm enough. And I am a published author as well. So this vision board, it worked. And I know that I have spoken to you a few times, but never really introduced myself and what it is that I do. I am Bridget Renee, and I have a Bachelor of Science in Technical Communication. And what technical communication is, it's kind of like it's a pretty big umbrella. There are a lot of things under this umbrella. It's mostly like marketing and say like web design and things of that nature. But mostly it's about taking like scientific writing and turning it to layman's term so that everybody will be able to understand it. I also have an MBA. And as I said, I am retired from the United States Navy after serving 24 years. And I have been in corporate America for 25 plus years. And I am a three-time best-selling author. And I know a lot of you are asking, with all of that under her belt, how old is she? Well, I'm not going to tell you that. So just keep wondering. And I am the president and CEO of Legacy Bridge Incorporated. This is a company that I started a couple of years ago. And it all is based on like leadership and time management. I specialize in time management. And what I do is I am a professional speaker. I facilitate webinars and seminars like the one you're viewing right now. And content development, that's a huge one for me because I love writing and I love developing content. And once you kind of master content development, wow, you can go in just about so many directions with your career because you're able to articulate yourself. And I create courses. I have several online courses that I sell as well. So, enough about me. So, why create a vision board? Well, there are 5 great reasons to do that. Number one is vision board. They make you think about what it is you really want because you see it all the time and it helps you get unstuck. Because when you are looking at that vision every day, you're going to place it someplace where you can see it every day, whether it's on your wall, any place, your mirror, your desk, someplace that it's going to be placed. It's going to allow you to get unstuck because every day you're going to do something to work towards that vision. And they provide you with a daily reminder. And it'll get you fired up emotionally. I know mine does. If you look behind me, my vision board is now a part of my vibe board. And my vibe board are the things that I have actually accomplished. So that's why I put the vision board up there along with it. And it has also, my bestsellers are up there. Some of the 5Ks that I have done when I speak at conferences. I have like the name tags of all that. I have the 2 books that I read, I would say about 25 years ago that absolutely changed my life. One of the title is One Day My Soul Just Opened Up. It literally opened me up to a new world. And so that's what my vibe board represents. But my vision board is just a part of that. And not only that, vision boards are fun. Do you know a lot of people, they have, a lot of people are professional vision board facilitators. And they host vision board parties, either like online or something like that, maybe like a Zoom or something. But they host vision boards party because that's how important vision boards have become to people, especially those who just aspire to be bigger and better than what they are now. People who just want to grow. What are the required materials for your vision board? Well, there's the poster board, magazines, scissors, glue sticks, paper and pen. Sounds like, a kindergarten class, but it's a lot of fun when you do that. Remember back in the day, when you used to create like that in kindergarten. So it's the same thing, only you're looking at your vision and like text from artwork, old books, Sharpies and other permanent markers. But I want you to use your imagination. You're creative, you have an imagination. I want you to use that. So you can do it on anything. You can do it on a wall, you know, on your desk, just someplace that you see every day. But there are a lot of different ways to do a vision board. And you can even do your own research. Download a book on Amazon. That would make yours even more spectacular because, like I said, this is something that you're going to see every day that's going to lead you to the goals that you see for yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now. But we want to focus on obtainable goals. We don't want to focus on fantasies. Let's not focus on any fantasies right now. Of course, anyone that's watching this could be a future president of the United States, but let's focus on the obtainable goals that we can create for ourselves right now. Let's not get so far ahead of ourselves because at your age, you don't want to focus on what you should be doing at 80 years old because there's too much in between. You're going to go places that's going to change your mind about life. You're going to meet people who's going to change your mind about things. So let's talk about the obtainable goals that you can reach, let's say in the next 5 to 10 years. But what you don't want to do, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. Like I said, okay, say you do want to be a television judge. That's fine and dandy. But how obtainable is that? Because those judges, they're picked like maybe one out of it's like being in the NBA, one of a million apply for those jobs. You have to know certain people to get that. And so instead of focusing on becoming a television judge right now, you have to become a lawyer first and then a judge. But then what do you do before that? You have to finish college at the undergraduate level. You can't, none of those people that you see right now have skipped college. You can't do that. So try this instead. For your vision board, put on your vision board the study guide to get into law school. That's something obtainable. That's something that you can start doing right now. You can actually purchase that study guide and start studying right now before you even graduate high school. That way, by the time you graduate undergrad, you're going to know it like the back of your hand and you're going to ace it. So if you see yourself being a judge, why not start studying for the LSATs now? And what not to do? A lot of us desire to have huge homes, to live in mansions. I don't want the headache. That just seems so stressful. I'll get lost. I'll get frustrated. Too many people want to come live with me. It just opens up just too much. The property taxes alone will, kick my butt. But of course, if you can afford that mansion, you can afford everything that goes with it. I just don't want to. But instead of focusing on that mansion you probably can obtain, in your 40s, 50s, or whatever, focus on your first home. Focus on that quaint little home that you want to purchase like right after college, right when you go into your career, right when you get your first job. Something that's quaint in a nice neighborhood. Maybe a neighborhood that you've often visited. But focus on the obtainable goals. What not to do? We all love Beyonce. Who doesn't love Beyonce? Well, I'm quite sure some people don't like Beyonce. But nonetheless, she is a superstar, but she is one person. No one can be Beyonce because she already is Beyonce. So don't focus on being someone else. Instead, try this instead. Focus on obtaining a Grammy because that's your first step towards music superstardom. You win that Grammy, and then that sets you in path for other things to start happening. What not to do? I believe that's A-Rod. It's nice to have that dream of being a superstar baseball player, but you have to be that superstar right now. You have to be that superstar in high school right now in order to be in a position that he's in. You have to do it young. You can't at 23 say, "Oh, I want to be a baseball player. No, that doesn't happen. Instead, focus on obtainable goals, like getting season tickets to your favorite team. Have those season tickets up there on your vision board or that Grammy, but don't focus on those people who you cannot be because there's already one of them. You want to focus on being the best you. Let's talk about some elements of an effective vision board. We're going to start with your values. What do you value? Is it God? Is it your home? Is it family? Is it your health? Is it your relationships? What are your values? And put that on your vision board in a way that you see your value. What is it that you want people to see when they see you? Those are your values. What is it when they describe you? How do you want them to describe you? As someone who's honest, someone that they can rely on? What are your values? So your values should be a part of your vision board. And then there are your professional goals. What are your professional goals? Do you want to go straight to college? Or perhaps you want to go straight to the military? Think about it and determine where it is that you want to go. Do you want to work in corporate America in a big, beautiful office with that executive suite? Or do you want to go into politics, work on Capitol Hill, or even just volunteer the rest of your life to making this world a better place and joining the Peace Corps? How is it that you see yourself? What professional goals do you want? Because someone is going to have to pay the bills. You're going to want a car. You're going to want to take vacations. That costs money. So how are you going to make your money? How are you going to make a living? Know what it is that you want to do and your path to getting there. And when you see that, like I said, every day, you're going to start working towards that goal. Lifestyle. What about your lifestyle? What do you love doing like in your leisure time? You like tennis, cooking, traveling, reading? What is it that you like doing? What type of lifestyle do you want? What type of vacations do you want to take? Do you want a vacation where you travel to exotic places and be waited on hand and foot? Or do you want vacations where you travel the world and see how other cultures are living? And then start helping people or doing something like that, just taking note of how other people live their lives. And when your lifestyle, you got to have friends. What type of friends do you want? Do you want the casual friend that you can, sit and have a beer with? You know what? That was kind of like too young for this audience, but hey, when you become adults. But do you want the casual friends or do you want friends who are intellects? The friends who always challenge your mind, who you sit around, playing chess with? What type of friends do you want? Know that. Know who you are and what you want. That way, when people come into your life, you know whether they're going to be there for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Based on their personalities and based on how they live their life, you know whether or not it's going to fit into your world. And you're going to take that into consideration and you're going to save yourself a lot of time when you understand who you are and what you want out of life. And what about family? Do you love the single life? Do you want pets? I'm personally not a pet person. I don't like cleaning up after anything. What about marriage? Like Oprah Winfrey. A lot of people always ask Oprah Winfrey why she never had kids. And it's because to her the answer is simple. And why she never got married is very simple. Because she would not have been able to do the things that she has accomplished if she had a family. So she made a personal decision that she was not going to have a family because there are some things that she wanted to accomplish in her life. So think of it on those terms. What is it that you want to accomplish in your life? And does family fit into that? You need to know now, because if you get married and all of a sudden, you're trying to say to your spouse, you want to do this and you want to do that. They're like, well, that wasn't part of the plan. You're like, well, I always knew that I wanted to do that, but they don't fit into that plan. And it's not fair for you to say that you want to get married when you know you want to live the single life. So think about what type of family that you want. And here's one of my favorites. And this is where you can really challenge yourself, because there are a lot of things that people say you can't do. What is it that people say you can't do, but you can see yourself doing it? Could it be like losing weight? Are you overweight to the point where you know people are perhaps laughing at you or something like that? You know you need to do something about it. You know you're worried about your health and your future, and you want to look fine. When you go off to college, you want to be fine. So, is it about losing weight? Or perhaps you would like to run a marathon. A lot of people dream of that, running a marathon. They're sitting at home right now, drinking soda and eating cakes, but they dream of running a marathon. But see, if you know that that's something that you want to accomplish, guess what? You're going to stop drinking those sodas. You're going to stop eating all that cake. Every day of your life, you're going to do something. You're going to probably just walk a mile a day. But if you know that that is something that you want to achieve, are you going to be sitting around drinking sodas? No. You're going to live a healthier lifestyle. Or maybe you want to climb a mountain. That's doable. It's not for everyone. I mean, thousands of people have climbed Mount Everest. A lot of them didn't make it down, but it's doable. So there you have it. And I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with because you get to be creative. You get to show the world what it is that you see for yourself. And I'm telling you, let me let you in on a secret. Once you put it out there to the universe, that's when things start to change. Because see, when you keep it to yourself, people they don't know. So you can, just fail at something and it's like, "Oh, well, people don't know that that's something I want to achieve." But once people know, when you put it out there, not only do you start behaving different, you start moving different because you know that people are expecting that of you. So note that vision boards are they're not permanent. You have the right to change your mind at any time because life is always taking you in a new direction. You always meet new people who inspire you to do different things. There are some things some people are doing right now that you never heard of. But once you meet them, it's like, oh, wow, that sounds so like me of what I can be doing. So don't think of this as being permanent. Have fun with it and just be careful what you wish for because once you put it out there to the universe, it just may agree and give it to you. So I am looking very forward to seeing what you guys come up with. I'll see you later. Thank you so much. Peace.